Most people are confused why gold just dropped during the war. And if you just saw the news about the Strait of Hormuz, this is exactly why it all started with oil. Right now, you got tension around one of the most important oil routes in the world, and that's putting pressure on energy supplies. Even though it's open, it's not fully stable, and the market knows that. So oil stays elevated around $100 and above, and that pushes inflation higher. Now, once inflation starts rising again, the market has to reprice interest rates. So if there's no cuts, then that's higher for longer. And then when that happens, bond yields start moving up and the dollar gets stronger. And this is where people get confused because even though there's geopolitical tension, gold is actually dropping. So the question is why? So because when yields rise and the dollar is strengthened, money moves out of gold, not because gold is weak, but because liquidity is tightening. So the real move isn't gold, it's energy, driving inflation, which drives interest rates, and that's what's controlling the entire market right now. So let's dive deeper into the chart so you'll be able to trade smarter for next trading week. This is the US dollar that we're looking at right now. So you can see that we was in a nice up momentum. We are coming at a resistance again because every time we reach the top of this range, US dollar tend to, react off this level, resistant level. So if we can get above 99.878, then we could be seeing US dollar continue to push up higher. And we're right above the 50-day moving average too, so that operates as a support. So we see how that go. And then on yields, we can see yields is continuing to push very strong. As you can see, we closed very bullish this previous week. So we can expect next week to retrace down and continue going back up higher. Now for y'all, this is a short version of this. I will be posting more longer content, more detail of the charts, but this is kind of more for people who have short attention spans, just want to get straight to the point. And then we have the VIX. The VIX is at 26 right now. So that lets you know that there's still fear in the market. That put a lot of pressure on, stuff like stocks. And as well, we have oil. Oil's at 98. So as you can see from that run up, we still around that same range. So especially with the tension that's going on, this can potentially continue to keep on rising up. And then we have S&P as well. So S&P is dropping as I expected. For those who've been keeping up, I've been, watching this and timing this. So we're now at that transition where we can finally see S&P dropping down, especially with the VIX fears in the market and everything. So, and then we have gold. Gold has been dropping. Like I said before, gold is dropping only because we have US dollar and yields going up like crazy, which is causing, gold to drop, even though there's fear going on. But it's taking over, causing gold to drop even harder. So other than that, I'll see you next market breakdown.